What's going on, y'all? I hope y'all are well out there. For those of you who don't know who I am Jaren. I am a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and owner of this awesome studio, the Jaren Amliger Studio. Y'all know I had to weigh in on this, and I haven't watched it in its entirety just yet because I wanted to kind of have a blind reaction for this video. So I watched bits and pieces of it, but I haven't watched it all the way through. So I'm excited to get to this video, y'all. So let's just get to it right now. Here's Kierra Sheard Kelly singing "I'm Here" from The Color Purple.
I don't need you to love me. I don't need you to love. I've got.
One thing I'm already so happy to hear is just her voice. I love her voice in this element. There's a little breathiness to it. I've got. There's a little aspiration, a little breathiness in vocals right here. But it's not a lot going on. It's just her. I think it's just so cool to hear her in a different element like this, you know, in the musical theater element, but it's still her. It's not like she's trying to put on airs, be somebody else. It's just her singing the song "I'm Here."
I've got my sister. I can feel her now. She may not be here.
She may not be here. It wasn't here, here. She let go of the R and opened up the vowel right there. Here. And she decided to hold out the note a little longer. Some people may have did, she may not be here. Okay, that's an artistic choice you can make. And she decided to hold out the note and open up the vowel and let go of the R right there.
But she's still mine, I know. She still loves me.
I even like hearing the little cracks and things like that in the voice. I am such a fan of just raw voice, raw unadulterated voice. And I like harmony and chorus sounding things and auto-tune, whatever, here and there. I'm cool with that too. But I've just always been a fan of just hearing somebody's authentic voice. I love hearing the ins and outs of people's voices and the intimacy that it brings to performance. In that clip right there, you kind of hear on "Love Me," it was kind of a little voice crack stop thing. Me, like something like that. I can't really do it intentionally, but I love that they kept that in there. It makes it more authentic and more kind of like in the moment versus super perfect, super, you know, pristine.
Got my children, I can't hold them now. They may not be here.
She almost has an underlining nasality to her voice, a little bit, or like a soft palate something. She may not be here. There's a little soft palate dropping and maybe a little larynx dropping. She moves her larynx up and down a lot, has different colors. She brings so many different colors to her voice and to this performance.
But they still mine, I hope.
I hope. I love the little gospel flares on this stuff. And I love hearing the organ here too. I like these different textures that Michael and Bryson brought out of this performance here. You know, there's some gospel elements. I mean, I feel like this whole show has gospel elements, but I feel like the organ in there and just kind of the move she's making, it's obviously going to be a little gospel because that's what she does, who she is, you know, but it's still very fitting for the aesthetic of the song and her interpretation of the aesthetic of the song.
They know I still love them. My house, it still keep the cold out. Got my chair when my body can't hold out.
Articulation is on 10 right here. Hold out. You hear those T's. Clean consonants over hard consonants. I always say that to y'all. Y'all know I say that a lot. Clean consonants over hard consonants. And sometimes you want to bring the consonants out more in moments like this when you want to kind of have a more sharper sound. But maybe on a different song that's a little more lax, you can kind of let some of the consonants go. Again, an intentional artistic decision that they have made, which works I love it here. And I love hearing how sharp her consonants and her articulation is. All that little tiny stuff is very intentional and can really set you apart as an artist and singer.
Got my hands doing good like they supposed to.
Now she's building up a little bit in the thick folds right here. You hear kind of a narrowing of the vocal tract kind of coming in. Supposed to. She's really kind of placing it more in the nose. I'll call it hooking in the nose sometimes, but she's really narrowing the vocal tract a little bit and kind of brightening the sound by way of maybe a little bit of twang and some narrowing of the vocal tract. The part that she's narrowing is called the aryepiglottic sphincter, but I don't like to get into all of that right now, so we'll just call it the vocal tract for right now. So she's narrowing the vocal tract a little bit and kind of getting a little more twangy in approach right here because she's getting up into the bigger part. And this is a great way to prepare for bigger parts, to kind of place your voice where you want it to go while you're singing the song versus trying to just pop up when the moment comes. You can do prep while singing through songs like this and really place your voice in certain ways where it helps you in the long run, so then when the big moment or the big note comes, you're already placed exactly where you want to be versus I gotta find it when the note actually gets here, if that makes sense.
Showing my heart to the folks that I'm close to.
Now she has a little more compression, a little more thicker folds, and that body support is probably increasing as well. Supposed to, yeah.
Got my eyes, though they don't see as far now.
That little throw right there, got my eyes. And then that far now, you can really see her lips kind of migrate through the diphthong of now. Now, she got a little more pucker towards the end, and the larynx kind of dropped a little bit, and the tongue kind of got in there too. For now.
They see more about how things really are now.
Things really are now. She let that diphthong on now, the last one, kind of go slow. Now. But things really are that same kind of operatic sound. Things really are now.
I'm gonna
she kind of darkened the vowel and she sat on those notes so nicely.
take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. So she kind of used the breath in that phrase right there. Take a deep breath. And the breath kind of had a lot more air in it, or breath in it.
Gonna hold my head up. Gonna put my shoulders back.
One of the many things I love about this part is that there was that breath. Gonna put my show. So you heard her kind of get ready in that breath right there. And I'm sure she really used those breathing muscles, you know, in the recording to really support this part right here. Show had a little growl right in there. So little constriction on the false vocal folds. There was a really big pucker in the show. Shoulders back. She really brightened up that back right there.
And look you straight in the eye.
And look you straight in the eye. So she really brought that tongue up, that dorsum was up. She really narrowed the vocal tract, made it twangier. So when she came down off of that I, she had an aspirate onset or aspirate moment in there, aspirate stop. I, and you can hear the tongue change and the vowel shape change. Right there. That was so nice. She is her mother's daughter. And I'm going to leave it right there because I don't want to overly compare her to her mother. I want her to have her own lane. She's definitely inspired by her mother and her grandmother and her family, her aunts and everything. But she also has her own sound. And I hope people understand that. She sounds a lot like her family, but she still is her own person, you know. So I really try not to compare her too much to her mom, you know, and really let her have her moment, you know. And she killing it right here.
I'm gonna play with somebody.
Gonna flirt with somebody, hey. So she really kind of got a little more attitude. I'm gonna flirt with somebody. and then she kind of opened up that body, yeah, towards the end.
When they walk by, I'm gonna sing out, sing out.
Sing out. She had these stops in the middle of that run right there. Once again, those aspirate stops she puts in there. Yeah.
I believe I have inside of me everything that I need to live a bountiful life and all the love.
I love how this kind of has a more gospel churchy feel. That was very like 90s gospel. I love it.
Life in me, I stand as tall as the tallest tree.
Tallest tree. Ah! She really went up there and let that twang come right on in, that narrating, that forwardness come right on in as she went tallest tree, tallest tree. And it's hard to do the I vowel or the Y vowel, E, that vowel. It's hard to do that singing high and belting, but she found a way to place it, kind of hooking it in the nose, kind of in the mask, some people may say, and she really found a way to do it to where it works for her. And I bet you she also used a lot of body support to get to these notes and to sing these high vowels with that fullness and that richness that belting and chest voice, you know, brings.
Thankful for every day that I'm giving, both the easy and hard ones I'm living. But most of all, I'm thankful for loving who I really am.
Watch it, Kierra. I know this ain't a gospel song, but that part right there kind of put me in the mindset of some worship, okay? All right, Kierra, keep playing with me.
I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful. She had an aspirate offset after the L on beautiful. I'm beautiful.
Yes, I'm beautiful. And I'm here.
So she started out with a light belt. Then on here, she opened up a little bit, kind of did a crescendo or like a half of a messa di voce. And she really migrated to that vowel of here and really played with the R color right in there. Yeah, so she really manipulated a lot of things and kind of had the lighter belting a little more nasal. And then as she kind of opened up, it kind of got more twangy and brighter towards the end of that ending right there. This is awesome. If you enjoyed this analysis and enjoyed this performance, click subscribe down below to click the alert button next to it so you know when the next video is posted. And as I will always say, be vocally bold, creative, and aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all. See y'all next time.